50.
Oh,
Episode 50 episodes.
50.
Well, I kind of blew it last week because I had said, we've been doing this for almost a year, but
Yeah.
50 episodes. It's
Wow.
our golden anniversary,
What is 50 the golden year?
isn't it?
I don't know. It's a milestone in my book, no matter what it is.
I think it's our golden anniversary. I bought all of you a gold Rolex for the occasion.
I've always wanted one of those.
Yeah, me not.
Yep. Gold is the traditional and
Gold.
modern material for 50th.
Gold.
Wow.
Alaskan gold. Parker Schnabel sent us a nugget. You don't know who Parker Schnabel is?
I don't.
Andy doesn't know who Parker Schnabel is.
I don't know who Parker Schnabel
That
is.
whole
my
sentence.
goodness.
That whole sentence did
All
not
right,
make any
I'm
sense.
looking him up.
Parker Schnabel is the Gold Rush dude.
The
You don't watch Gold
TV
Rush?
personality.
No.
All right,
You
never
can't
mind.
Oh, he's a
reference-
young guy.
Well, Wisconsin Gold.
His net worth of $8 million.
Wisconsin Gold is a cheese curd.
For sure.
It is. Yep.
For
It is,
sure.
and Tim and I found out the hard way that Wisconsin Gold, you got to get up pretty early in the morning to dig into that Wisconsin Gold.
I don't even want to talk about this.
Aw.
So
yeah.
we scheduled. I thought for sure that you and Eric were going too, and the way you reacted to the picture I sent of Tim when they were sold out, I thought you were holding out on me because you guys got one.
I wish I did, but I blew it.
Well, Tim and I went to Culver's and Rhinelander. We were late, admittedly,
We were.
because Tim was getting measured up for new countertops.
Yep. Had to wait on a guy to come over and do
So
that.
we didn't get there till like 1 o'clock.
Oh.
I know.
But we tried.
I know.
We tried.
My
That's all we could
logic,
do.
my logic was they would have enough to get them through the lunch hour. I mean, they're open all freaking day,
Yeah.
and they knew this was going to be a big deal. They couldn't order enough frickin' Kurter burgers
we
to
were
get them
met
through
by
lunch.
a sold-out sign as soon as we got
Yeah.
there.
No, I'm willing to. I don't know the stats, but like I said, I'm guessing somewhere around 50. And if you open at 10 o'clock, I'm guessing they're gone by 11.
Yeah, probably.
I'm sure they were gone by 11. But what I thought was interesting, I sent you guys article. They were $5.95.
I know, it's so
Oh, what a deal!
cheap. Or
Yes.
$5.79 or
Oh,
something.
was it $5.79?
It's $5.79.
Whatever. Okay, so
So
they're
cheap.
under $6.
Yes.
The three of us all admitted, and that we would
Yeah.
have paid $9 for
Yeah.
that hamburger.
I'd have
In
paid
fact,
$5.
Some of you took the over on
Oh, yeah.
9.
Yeah.
I'd have paid $5.79 for just the curd patty.
Yeah.
Just to eat that in a bun.
Yeah, because even people that this was like a big deal, and people were going there just for that. But even if somebody, some guy off the street comes in looking
know.
for a bite at 10:30, he sees that on the display. He's gonna get it.
Now, you think that was the whole meal?
They're gonna be gone so quick.
You think that came with fries and a drink?
I'm guessing you
Yeah.
could make it a meal.
Yeah.
So we were way over on $9. $5.79. Like maybe they didn't want to gouge, but that seemed like it should have been
pretty much giving them away.
$7.99 even. Yeah, no wonder why. It's like they gave away free curd burgers.
Yeah.
So anyway, Tim and I went there 1 o'clock sold out, but they were packed.
Yes.
So the other question I had was, were like cheese curds on sale that day?
Maybe. I mean, how many people were waiting on the side of the drive-through? Like what? Six cars?
Yeah, I'd say at least 4, 5, 6 cars,
Yeah.
and then there was like 7, 8 cars in the drive-through, and the lobby was full.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they did have a deal. Maybe it was National Cheese Curd Day.
Yeah.
We were so disappointed we didn't stay to find
Yeah,
out.
I didn't even offer up
no.
lunch to Tim. I just turned and walked
Oh, I
away.
didn't even want lunch. We were both mad.
Took a picture of Tim next to the sold-out Kurter Burger sign and moved on with our lives.
Yeah.
What is Crown the Curd?
Well, if you can't get your curds at Culver's, they're doing a contest through Travel Wisconsin, trying to name the best cheese curd in Wisconsin. Essentially,
I think this is
non-fried.
No, fried.
Yep, fried
Deep
cheese curds.
Oh,
Yep.
fried
Yeah.
curd?
I think
So-
this is a fantastic thing for Wisconsin to do.
So they do have a few categories, and so they have a category called 6+ location. So that would be your A&Ws, your Culvers.
I like that. I like that.
Me
idea.
too.
So they have that, but then they have the smaller 2 to 5 location kind of thing. That's like Tipsy Cow, the Great Dane, but then they have the single location curds, and that's
Is there
kind of
anything close to us?
Mosney, Mullins cheese.
Well, okay, Mullins. So they make a fried. So that's any curd then, because Mullins
must
aren't
be, yep,
fried.
yep.
Because I was just going to say there should be 2 categories: fried
Yeah.
curds and then raw curds. Because Mullins is one of
Yep.
my favorite curds.
They're just all lumped together.
It says in the very first sentence, where are the cheesiest, gooeyest, tastiest fried cheese curds in all of Wisconsin?
So Mullins must be dropping theirs in a fryer. If you
You must
go
be able
there.
to get them, if you go on a tour or something.
So I'll relate to you on this, and if you've never had them, you have missed out because
Okay.
I know of you and your dad have been to almost every single Iola car show, and up on the hill where they serve the food, like by the main
Yeah.
tower
Yep.
area, not the one by
Yep.
the car corral, but there's like a Lions Club
Yep.
that
Yep.
They're in that little paper thing.
Yep.
And I salt the out of them. They're so
amazing.
good.
Oh man, I want it.
Yep, they are. And there is a massive line for them every year.
Yeah.
My dad at our hometown Heritage Days runs the cheese curd stand at
I think that
and he knows how to make the cheese curds.
those hometown, like out of a trailer,
Yes.
Lions
Yes.
Club, fire
Yep.
department,
Yep.
it's almost like they're not even breaded. It's like they just drop them in the fryer. They attract the other crap that's in the fryer. They're so good because I don't like the heavy breading curds. Like
No.
I don't actually care for Culver's curds because they're
Me neither.
overbreaded.
I think my favorite fast food cheese curd is A&W.
I think those
fantastic.
are overbreaded too, but I do like those better than Culver's.
Yeah.
But I like the ones that have almost no breading.
Yes.
And they're super salty.
And I know we talk about cheese curds a lot because it's such a Wisconsin thing, but I truly feel this like emotional about them. I love them.
I love them too.
I seriously just love them.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Yep, so there are.
awesome.
I was trying to vote, but it wouldn't. Yeah, I had to put in some email and on doing that. But there's eight locations up for the single location best curd in Wisconsin. Lakefront Brewery in Milwaukee, Cedar Lake Grill in Monaca.
Manaka?
Is that how you say that? Mikana?
Kana?
Makana? I don't know. I don't know where that is.
Mikana?
Mikana.
I've never heard of that either.
In Barron County. Oh, geez, I should know where that is.
Oh, geez, I grew up there.
Oh, geez.
we played them in football.
I've never. No, they don't have a school there. I don't know what. I don't know.
I thought you
Oh.
were trying to say Minocqua and just
No.
butchered it, and I wasn't going to make fun of you. In Manaka?
I would have.
The Monroe Optimist deep fried cheese curd in Monroe. The Ellsworth Creamery, which Ellsworth is the cheese curd capital of Wisconsin.
I would love to take a road trip and do all of these in a weekend.
Can we broadcast from one of these?
Sure. Pioneer Keg in Teresa, the 8th Street Ale House in Sheboygan, the Old Fashioned in Madison, and Mullins Cheese in Mosinee.
This just made me so hungry. I can't even tell you.
Cheese curds are the best.
Deep fried cheese curd. I even like them. I like plain old fresh cheese curds too.
gosh.
Oh, yeah.
honestly.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's.
Oh, so, okay.
We got to move on. Boring our audience once again.
No, they can relate.
Okay, another big orange thing that Wisconsin could have been famous for was the.
This pisses me off.
It bums me out too. The largest pumpkin grown in the nation this year was a guy in Wisconsin.
Holy cow.
Mike Schmidt.
2,000 plus pounds, but it had a blem.
Yeah. So he would have won. It was 2,520 pound pumpkin, which would have been the heaviest grown in the country this year. It would have earned him a prize of more than 20 G's.
Yeah.
But
What?
it was disqualified because there was a fingernail-sized crack that developed due to an internal pressure from the pumpkin size.
So what does that disqualify?
I don't
people
know. It
for?
doesn't take
Do
away
they-
from the
Do they
weight.
question that like you injected
Yeah,
something into
maybe.
it? If there's, but couldn't you?
I mentioned that when we first brought this contest up. Remember, I said that people
Yeah.
are filling them with lead and crap.
They
and-
should X-ray 'em.
My guess is that that it's expanding beyond, it's expanding faster than it can grow naturally, so that's why it cracks. But if it was progressing at a normal rate, that wouldn't happen. Maybe.
So
don't
they
know.
even have to like load them up and bring them somewhere. So how do they even do that without hurting them?
I don't know. This thing is
Really,
this
really
thing is a
careful.
ton.
I get maybe. Do you?
Yeah, yeah,
do,
literally.
Do you think you plan ahead and like grow it on straps so then you can just like hook it up to like a crane and?
I know.
You what
I
Or
see
like
them
on a-
load them and they do lift them in like slings or
yeah.
straps.
Did you
but
grow them right in that?
I can't imagine.
Because you could set that underneath when I was little and.
2,000 pounds.
And this guy's quote after he got
Yeah,
disqualified
yeah.
was, "It happens. There's no crying in pumpkin growing. You lost out on 20 G's."
Yeah.
I'd be crying.
Oh
I
my
like this
gosh.
dude, and you picture he's not at all as you picture.
No.
he's
No.
like a 30s, probably mid.
He looks exactly like Eric.
No, he doesn't.
I think he does.
You think he looks like
I
Eric?
think he looks like Eric. I think that's Eric sitting right there on
Poor
that
guy.
pumpkin.
I could see Eric growing a massive pumpkin.
Yeah.
Drinking an IPA and just watching his pumpkin grow.
Yep.
Eric, you should grow pumpkins, dude.
He's got a garden.
That's a start.
He doesn't do anything with it, but he can grow a big pumpkin.
Well,
in it.
our very own Karen used to grow pumpkins. When she comes down, we should ask her about that. She used to. I don't know if she
I grew a
still
few
does.
pumpkins this year.
What do you know what you have to do to make them grow that
like-
size?
They
It's,
like
it's a certain. It's
Yeah.
a certain
Variety.
too, but then
Yeah.
I'm sure you just fertilize the heck out of it and keep it
There's
warm.
got to be more to it than that.
Well, I mean, sure.
There was a guy, I think we talked about this before on air even. There was a guy here in Three Lakes who grew one that was in contention for the largest pumpkin. He
You
was out
mentioned
on
it.
like O'Neill Road or
You
somewhere.
mentioned it, yeah.
I'm surprised that far north because we have a shorter growing season than you'd think somewhere in southern Wisconsin. Or
I think what he did is he nurtured it as a tiny baby indoors starting at Christmas.
sure,
Well, actually, could you do that?
sure.
Could you get that thing growing and then until you can't lift it anymore, then you have to
Can grow
transplant
anything
it and
indoors
throw it
all year
outside?
long.
But they don't
guess.
continuously grow, do they? I mean, even if you did it indoors, wouldn't it have a season of growing?
Yeah,
and
I
then
would think it would rot and fall
like it
off
couldn't
the
just
vine.
it wouldn't just keep growing and growing and growing.
I bet it would for
No.
an
Really?
extended for a lot longer than it would outside. Yeah,
I don't think so. I think it would be like anything. It would just rot and fall off the vine.
but I still think you could extend it longer than what you could naturally outside.
Or at least get it growing
Yeah.
sooner.
Well, for one thing, when it's indoors, you provide the ideal growing conditions for it, so there's no stress. And when things aren't stressed, they grow bigger and better and faster and stronger.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He
All
said.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were looking something up.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Yeah,
we
I
don't.
thought you were looking something
Oh,
up.
well,
The-
I didn't know if you wanted it. So
The
go ahead.
Manitowoc. Did you have something? or
Well, I
not?
just said that 90 to 120 days on average is the growing time for a pumpkin indoors, even.
Indoors.
So
So
Anyway.
we could grow those next year. The Manitowoc crane won the coolest thing in Wisconsin.
hey, well,
Meh.
oh man, well,
Yeah, I thought it was boring too. I thought that was like last on our list of cool things. Even.
I mean, it's cool, but I
140
appreciate
ton.
it. It's neat.
Yep.
What it does.
Made from
it could lift
Wisconsin.
that pumpkin.
It could. Made from Wisconsin manufacturers. Made from Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce and Johnson Financial Group.
That's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful.
Yeah, so the crane won the coolest thing in Wisconsin.
Oh, because that's who puts on the contest. Sorry, the crane is made by Broadwind Heavy Fabrications in Manitowoc.
That's easier.
Yep.
Well, way to go, Broadwind Heavy Manufacturers, whatever. Another crane in Wisconsin. Ted Nugent is in Wisconsin. Good pushing for
trying to
cranes
kill
to
it?
get shot.
Trying
I
to
like that transition. That was
Pushing
really
for
nice.
cranes to get shot.
Yeah.
Now, not the big heavy ones, but the actual birds you see.
Sandhill cranes.
So those used to be. There's so many birds now, especially up here, that I never saw as a kid. Cranes are one of them.
Yeah, I feel like they were much rarer even when I was a young boy.
I don't think I ever saw one. And then even like the turkeys now, there
Yeah.
was never a turkey up here. Now
Really?
there's cranes and turkeys everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. You go south of here a little bit to farm country, and at certain times of year, there's hundreds of cranes. in
Yeah,
a field at a
farmers
time.
hate the cranes because they eat all their crop, right?
Oh. Okay, so that's why this is being
Yeah.
pushed.
I mean, there's
through.
hundreds in a field at
Yeah.
a time. Ridiculous.
I didn't know they
Can you
wreaked
eat
havoc.
crane?
It's
Yeah, what do you do with it? Just
ribeye of the sky. It's the best tasting bird that flies.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, say that again?
Ribeye of the sky.
rib eye of the sky.
So was it like chicken? It's like
yeah.
chicken?
Apparently, I've never had
Or is
one.
it like duck?
But no,
Is it
I
dark
think
meat
it's
or
more
light
like,
meat?
I think it'd be more like chicken.
Why do you think that?
I don't know.
You've never
Just
had the
that
ribeye
feeling.
of the
I
sky?
haven't. But they're legal in North Dakota and places that I have some college friends that have hunted them.
Can
and they
somebody
said they're
Google what does crane
fantastic.
taste like? And be specific, the bird.
What does sandhill crane?
How much meat could you even get out of it?
That's what
Are,
I'm
are they
wondering,
are they
too.
big? I don't
Oh,
think I've
yeah.
ever seen one like.
Well,
Oh,
their
yeah.
legs are, but you
yeah,
can't eat those. They're bony.
right, yeah. You floss with it maybe.
Many hunters say it tastes like pork chops.
So
Not
it's
what I
a
would've guessed.
white, like must be a more like coarse meat.
But for real, the people that do hunt them say it's one of the best tasting, if not the best tasting bird.
What does an
wild
adult
game.
crane weigh? And it's mostly leg. I'm on Andy's side. I think those things got to be smaller than a chicken by the time you
No,
dice them up.
they're way bigger than a goose, and you get a lot of meat out of a goose.
I think they're smaller than a goose. Like they're all neck and leg.
No.
Yes.
Average crane, larger males, about 10 pounds.
Told ya.
That's larger than a goose.
Goose weighs 40 pounds.
No.
Where do you hunt geese? I guess they are bigger.
Apparently
They're
at the
longer.
hatchery.
A goose probably weighs about the same.
Yeah,
right?
about it says some breeds weighing up to 10 pounds for a
Okay.
goose too.
So
that's a
it's
domestic
about the
goose.
same. But if you cut the legs and the head off that crane, he's down to 4 pounds.
Canada goose 5.7 to 14.3 pounds
So
on average.
in the ballpark.
Yeah.
A crane. Now looking at a picture of a crane, they are shaped a little differently than I thought. I thought they were more like a flamingo.
Yeah, I was kind of.
Have you guys never seen a crane?
Well, I see them all the time, but I just
was
picture all
picture-
legs and neck.
I think I was picturing a different type of crane.
What were
Or-
you picturing? You were picturing like a swan, weren't you?
No.
Okay.
No, I was picturing exactly what it is, but I just thought their bodies were way smaller. Their bodies are way bigger than I thought.
I guess I
but
was
they are
picturing more-
still all neck and leg.
I maybe was picturing something more like a heron-looking kind of
Save
thing.
the neck for me, Clark.
What's the difference between a heron and a crane? They look almost identical, don't they?
I feel like you guys have never seen wildlife before. You're disappointing me so much right now.
They seem the same to me. They look identical.
I like birds. I notice birds, but I don't question how much meat I can get off of it, or if they're a problem, or I just.
How long could I survive off of that?
Yeah, I don't give birds too much thought. But they're turkeys everywhere all the time.
Yes.
I heard they
Like-
taste just like bald eagle.
And loon. Similar to loon.
They taste like loon and bald eagle.
Bald Eagle Critter Burger.
Oh. America.
A bald, America. Call it the American burger. It's bald eagle.
The all-American cheeseburger.
The all-American burger.
Yep. Made out of Bald Eagle and
Serving
Wisconsin
Liberty.
cheese.
One patty at a
This is
time.
a ground bald eagle patty and cheese curd.
Oh, we're going to get in trouble for this.
Nah.
Well, I have seen a lot more eagles. I don't remember ever seeing an eagle as a kid. Like that was a big deal.
Well,
they were
that
so
was
endangered.
because of
and-
DDT.
Oh.
There was a reason for that, which is why they outlawed DDT. It killed like every eagle in the world.
But now I feel like they're more frequent where I
Yeah, they're
see them occasionally.
definitely.
So it
kind
won't
of
be long
everywhere.
till old Teddy's pushing
Eagle
the-
season.
to push eagle season.
Wolves, eagle season.
Yep.
You know what else can we? What else can we shoot up here?
Owls.
Owls. Oh man, I really like.
I like owls.
You're
Me
hurting
too.
my feelings now. Well, another thing that lawmakers are cracking down on
What's that?
is stolen catalytic converters, which is not a thing up here, but in the cities, it's like if you leave your car parked on the street in the wrong neighborhood,
Yeah.
they slice that thing off like in one night.
And see, I knew it was kind of an issue. I didn't realize it was this big of an issue.
I didn't either, but I did know. So I bought an old
Catalytic converter from a guy on the street.
No, I bought an old Model A from a guy over in Minneapolis area, and he had a field full of cars, and he made the comment like it was a field full of like older BMWs, like 80s BMWs, or maybe whatever they would have had a catalytic. And he made the comment that the catalytic converters were all gone. I was like, okay, I mean, I was like,
You
but I
didn't
didn't understand the
grasp
relevance
why
of
he was
that.
saying that, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a thing.
Yeah, they contain
What's
small.
him?
They contain small amounts of precious metals, including platinum, palladium, and rhodium.
So you crack them open, you pull out these precious metals, and then so
Apparently, they're so valuable that many times thieves steal the whole car and then go park it out in the woods, cut the catalytic converter off, and ditch everything else. They don't care about anything else.
So that doesn't
They're
make
that
sense
valuable,
to me.
huh?
Yeah.
So the catalytic converter is like 10% of the cost of your entire car nowadays?
So
Maybe.
apparently,
Well, Minnesota implemented this law, and they said that they saw an overnight dramatic drop in thefts of catalytic converters.
Because
and
you have
cars in
to
general.
to give the story some background, what Wisconsin is proposing is you now have to have basically a paper trail of how you
Yeah.
obtained the catalytic
you have
converter.
to create an ID requirement, proof of ownership, and a paper trail for scrap metal dealers.
Wow.
So basically the dealers have to be able to say like, I got this
Yeah.
in an up and up way.
Yeah.
Because right now it sounds like you can bring it to any scrapyard and the dealer just looks the other
See,
way.
that's what I was going to ask. It's like, if this is such an issue, who's taking all these things? I mean, a guy comes in with a truck full of catalytic converters. Wouldn't that raise a red flag?
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you own a junkyard and you're getting all these cars in, I'm assuming the first thing they do is cut them all off.
Yeah.
So for the cars that come in as junked, it's probably a pretty easy paper trail. But the guy who brings in a shopping cart full, that's a little bit different.
Right.
Yeah.
The shopping cart is the red
Yeah,
flag,
if you
not
walk-
necessarily the catalytic
Yeah,
converter.
if you walk in with catalytic converters piled high in a shopping cart,
Then
yeah,
that's when we call the cops.
Apparently a siren goes off. Do I hear Karen?
Oh, God.
Hey.
I heard Karen.
Is that a
Karen? You
Colts
got to get over
jersey?
here. We have questions for you.
Yeah, Karen.
Is that a
Is her
Colts
mic
jersey?
on?
What is
It is
a
now. What are you
Colts jersey,
wearing?
yeah.
I completely forgot.
It's her Blue Jays jersey.
No, it's Colt.
Stop. It's her. You
doesn't
gotta
even
tell
make
people it's a
sense.
Blue Jays jersey.
Oh,
We have questions for you, non-related to your Karen review. Do you still grow pumpkins? Is her mic on?
Yep.
I did not this year. I bought pumpkins this year, but yes, I have in the past.
Why did you not grow them this year?
No reason in particular.
They grow pretty easy or no?
Yeah, I'd grow the big ones and the decorative little ones.
So the big ones, when you say big ones, what is a big one in your
What did it
growing?
weigh?
It was this big. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Karen, this is a podcast.
That was about what, 3 feet, 2.5 feet?
I showed you a
I
picture.
know, 2.5
No,
feet, 3 feet diameter maybe?
Yeah, the size of a small child.
Well,
that's
for
9
me, that's
pounds,
nothing.
4 ounces.
Yeah.
So the guy, did you hear this news? A guy in Wisconsin grew a 2,000 plus pound pumpkin.
Is it the guy here in Eagle River?
No.
No.
Oh,
But it would have been the
Heaviest in the
national
country,
heaviest
yeah.
pumpkin, and it had a finger-sized crack in it, and they disqualified
So
it.
he lost 20 grand in prize money.
how do you do that? How do you get?
Well,
a
that was our
pumpkin?
whole discussion. We
Yeah.
thought you could enlighten us.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Did we even say where that dude was from?
I don't know that it did.
Yeah, I don't know.
Trying to short.
Well, thanks for your
Oh,
pumpkin.
so it wasn't perfect and he didn't win?
Yeah,
It had a
little
crack in it, and so they disqualified him. Look at that thing.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Andy says he looks like Eric Wiedemann. I think he looks nothing like Eric Wiedemann.
I think Eric wants to look like this guy.
Exactly. Eric wishes he was in that kind of shape.
Pumpkins actually grow really easy. You can't screw that up.
Yeah, they actually
This
go
guy
on
did, though.
accident all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This guy screwed it up.
Yeah.
Just barely, but he did.
Yep.
This guy popped a crack and never looked back.
All right.
All right.
Well, what do you have for us, Karen?
Well, we're in Hickson. Why
Oh,
are we,
yeah.
Why are we in Hickson?
Do you know what? You don't remember why we're in Hickson? That's where Liney's fell over.
the spill.
Oh,
That's where the Liney's spill was. And there's not much in Hickson. This is the only restaurant. The Hickson Travel Plaza, 4.6 stars, 354 reviews, right off of Interstate 151. Karen?
I was served the wrong kind of eggs, and I saw the waitress move my French toast and bacon with her hand to put the right eggs on my plate. Very disgusting, and I'll never go back.
I was actually grossed out by this too, and I don't know that I would have wrote a review, but if I would have seen, I can just kind of, what would have been better is if they would have said, and I saw the waitress put the new eggs on my plate with her
With their
hand.
hand, just scoop them up and just grab a handful of like scrambled eggs and just
Yep.
drop.
Or even just fried eggs just slide off her hand like it's a spatula. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily the review. It was that this was a place that didn't have many reviews that I could pick from, and I just thought this was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Hickston Travel Plaza, if you're ever there. Another common complaint about the Hickston Travel Plaza is truck drivers complaining it's not open 24 hours a day. It's like, this is not a true truck stop. I came at 4 a.m. for coffee and they were closed.
How dare you call yourselves
Yeah.
a travel plaza?
Yeah.
That's right.
You got to understand, it's like calling yourself a supper club and you don't have carpeted walls.
That's exactly
Yep.
what that is.
Amen.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was good.
Yep.
So there was a Division III, the WSUC.
Oh, yeah.
They don't call themselves anymore. Like the Division
the
III
WEAC.
Yeah, the Division III Wisconsin football
This
teams.
poor guy.
Platteville was playing lacrosse, and I saw this over the weekend.
Yeah,
and
I did too.
And I was like, oh.
It made the national rounds.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That poor guy.
So
Yep.
to set the stage, there's like 10 seconds, I think there's actually like 6 seconds left on the clock. And UW Platteville came down into scoring position.
Yep. They're on, say, like the 25 yard line.
20-ish yard line.
Down by 1, right?
Down by, yeah, it's a close game.
24 to 23.
All they got to do is get a chip shot field goal, and they got to set that up.
Yep, and the clock is running, so the kid comes up, snaps the ball
Got to
real
spike
quick.
the ball. We got to spike the ball.
Yep. And instead of spiking the ball, he kneeled.
Yeah.
Like picture like you're gonna let the clock run out to
And
win
that's
the
what it
game.
did.
Yeah.
He kneeled, and the clock kept running because
Yep.
it was just a run play. Then at that point,
Yep.
and they ran out of time to beat Lacrosse. Is Lacrosse still the powerhouse in that conference?
I would imagine. I can look that up quick.
It's been rotating a little bit now. Ever since that Lacrosse coach went to Buffalo, they haven't been as good.
Yeah,
What are the-
Whitewater's had some good teams.
Oshkosh went
Point
to
has
the,
had
Usually
some once in a
Whitewater and
while, yeah.
Oshkosh are solid.
Oshkosh went to the championship a few years back.
Oh man, I feel bad for him. Just hurrying up. I mean,
gosh.
that's
That's just a mistake. Like
It's just
you know what you're supposed to do.
it's a
ju-
boneheaded mistake.
You just
and
got up there and screwed up.
Instantly hate yourself.
Well, and they were
yeah.
probably on a little bit of a high, like, hey, we can kick this and win it.
Yeah.
He's no A-Rod, but
Were you able to find the standings?
It
or
is loading
our
super
beautiful
slow.
Astria internet is. The Chipmunks can't run fast enough on that wheel right now to get our internet to work.
this is
just
the
gonna-
quote from the announcer during the game. What did he just do? He just took a knee. He took a knee and the clock is rolling. He completely had a brain fart on that one.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
It's not wrong.
All right.
It's not
So
wrong.
far we got Whitewater 3-0, Lacrosse 3-0.
What was Platteville?
In conference 0-3.
So they would have
Oh,
beat
man,
an
big upset.
undefeated team in conference.
Yep. Yep. Overall, Whitewater is 6-0, and Lacrosse, River Falls, and Stout are all 5-1 overall.
Oh.
But then just within conference, 3-0, Whitewater, Lacrosse, 0-3.
So they could
Platteville.
have beat an undefeated team and
Yep.
gotten their first win of the
Oh
season.
my
and-
gosh! And they were right there.
Yeah, that is a bummer. Well, one thing that could cheer up this quarterback is if he's ever going to get married, he should have his wedding photos at a Quick Trip. Because that would cheer me up.
I can't believe this. I mean, I can actually, but
I think it's funny.
I do too. I think it's awesome.
Janesville couple stages wedding photo shoot at Quick Trip.
Yep. I'm trying to find the details.
There's a big sigh there.
Well, I mean,
The photos aren't even that good. That's what's kind of weird. It's like their iPhone photos.
No.
They're not even like I thought it would have been really.
That one looks all right.
I think my favorite one is the one in front of the gas price sign.
I
Like,
thought
what
it-
is special about that?
I thought it would have been better like if the entire wedding party was there and they would have figured out just a good way to like if they'd had some glaze. Oh, I bought 6 glazers.
Oh, come on.
I had to drive to Colby on Saturday, and I went into Quick Trip to fill up with fuel.
Yep.
And there are the glazers sitting there, and they were like, I think they were like $1.79. They were super cheap.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, well, I was making fun of the glazers because I didn't think they were one of the best things made in Wisconsin. I've never tried one, so I bought the 6-pack, and I ate all 6 before
Oh,
no way. They're good, aren't they?
Well, they're total air.
It's a pocket of
Oh,
air.
they melt in your mouth.
Yeah,
they
like-
It's
just-
a frosted pocket
I
of
knocked
air.
6 glazers down in an hour and 45-minute trip to Colby.
yes, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. I felt super guilty too. I was like, oh my God. Because I
yeah.
still try and count carbs. And I was like, I just polished off all 6 of those.
That's when you throw the box in the trash before you even look at
Well,
what's on
and
the
then
back.
I was disappointed I have 6 more for the way home. But that was my Quick Trip story for the weekend. And
Yeah.
anyway,
So-
I thought my favorite photo was the one of them holding like the big drink.
The buddy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so there's no backstory for this photo shoot other than they both love Quick Trip. They didn't work at a Quick Trip or meet at a Quick Trip. They just love
This one's in the
the
bathroom.
Quick Trip.
That's where she got ready for the wedding.
Yeah. It's
the
unreal.
Quick Trip bathroom. It would have been better if they got married at the Quick Trip.
Yes, I agree.
Walking
Yep.
down the aisle, the bread aisle or something.
This one he's holding a case of Budweiser, a bottle of booze, and the bride is holding 2 175s of Jack Daniels. That's
and
good.
away.
I travel a lot, and I will say Quick Trip is so solid.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
I think
Yeah.
we had this conversation on there too.
Yeah.
We're just at 50 episodes in, we repeat ourselves a little bit.
There's things we're
think it's
passionate,
okay.
No, that's
passionate
okay.
about.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm on a long stretch of highway and I'm looking for an exit, I'll be like, "Is this a Quick Trip at that one?" No,
Yeah,
I'll
no,
wait.
I
I'll do
look
the next
for 'em.
one.
Exactly.
Oh, my loyalty
Yeah.
for them is ridiculous, and I
Exactly.
don't know why.
Exactly.
It
Well, I mean, I know why.
I know exactly why. Yeah. I'm the same way. If there's a Quick Trip 10 miles up the road, I'll hold it.
Yep.
I'll even have an accident. I don't even care. Because you know what? They have clean bathrooms to clean up in.
Yep.
So I knew that there was a coast off of Lake Michigan where it had like a boatload of shipwrecks, right off Two Rivers.
A boatload of
But
shipwrecks.
yeah, I didn't even do that on purpose. But Wisconsin Shipwreck Coast gets like a designation as like a historical.
Is it
Go ahead.
National Marine Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah, a total of 962 miles along Lake Michigan. That includes
Like 40 shipwrecks.
36 shipwrecks. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fascinated by shipwrecks.
I was literally about to say that exact same sentence.
Are you?
Yeah,
I am too.
I'm totally just. I have been since I was a little kid. I've always wanted to like
Me too.
treasure hunt on shipwrecks.
Fascinated. So I fear diving in water.
So do I.
Which is why I've never been able to bring this to fruition. But I'm fascinated by watching shipwreck television shows.
Me too. I like when they dive down and they pull out. It does like not just necessarily treasure, but an
coffee cup.
artifact.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A picture
A
frame
broken
from a
coffee cup. Yeah.
I'm mesmerized by it.
Yep. And then these Lake Michigan ones, to me, just fascinate me because to me, it's like when I think of Lake Michigan, like I understand it is a huge shipping thing, but for whatever reason, I don't wrap my head around that.
I
So
know.
when I think about all these shipwrecks on Lake Michigan, they go back hundreds of years,
Yeah.
or 100+ years. I just think it's so cool.
And they're all, they're fairly close to the shore. It's like,
Yeah,
you, were,
it's
you, were, you were almost there. What the heck happened?
What's wrong with you?
Damn near made it.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are all just like a couple miles offshore.
And in addition to the 36 known shipwrecks, there's also in this area 59 potential shipwrecks.
That they aren't positive if that's where they went down.
Yep.
So Tim and I need to go find those 59, verify them.
I wanna do that.
It's been indicated in historical record, but has not yet been located.
Oh man, we could become someone.
Do any of them? The thing with Lake Michigan shipwrecks is they're not as fun as like international shipwrecks, like where
Yeah,
the
I know.
Spaniards were bringing gold to America.
Yeah, there's no chance of finding
There's
this big
nothing
gold
good
bar
on
or
them.
anything.
There's nothing good on them. It's like iron ore.
Just a soggy cheesehead hat.
Really, that's what went down.
That's a different type of
Hadn't
gold.
considered. That's Wisconsin gold. Yeah, it's like iron ore ships usually. It's just.
I was-
I'm
completely
glad you
boring
feel
to
the
me.
exact same way as I do. Like, literally terrified of doing it, but want to do it more than anything.
Yeah.
I don't do
Yeah.
well in water either, so.
If you could bring me down on some kind of cool little submarine where I'd feel safe
Exactly.
and could look at them, then I'd be all on board.
I spend more time on the water than most people I know, and I'm just terrible at swimming.
But I'm not afraid to get on like my pontoon boat and
No,
go out for
me
the day.
neither.
And even if I fell in, I don't panic. But
Right.
it's like if you pushed me in, I'd have anxiety, or if like you started to drive away, you might as well just have my funeral because I'm drowning.
Exactly. If I had to actually swim a distance, I'm not even going to try.
I'll doggy paddle until I die, and then I'm done.
Yep. That's how I am.
Yep. Well, speaking of doggy paddling until you die, there is really no segment into pregnant Lafayette County woman struck by unoccupied vehicle that rolled down her driveway.
Yeah, this is just a lot of a series.
I don't think it was her driveway. I think it was like the neighbor's driveway.
Yeah. This is just a series of unfortunate events that you're like, what are the odds of this?
Okay, I have a couple questions.
Go ahead.
One, how did it happen? How did this thing start rolling away? 2,
You've never had a vehicle start rolling away on you?
No.
Oh, I
haven't either.
Oh, I've had dozens of incidents of my stupidity.
I guess that doesn't surprise me.
I have a lot of manual transmission vehicles, and I've pulled no-brainers there.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I've been preoccupied, like trying to hook up to a trailer or something, and thought I was in park and I was in reverse. I've done shit like that.
Well, thank you for admitting that. That answers one of my questions.
So
2,
I could have hit this pregnant lady.
it
no
could
problem.
not have been going fast. How did she not get out of the way?
Well,
Oh, I disagree.
she is 7 months pregnant, so you're at more of a kind of a waddle stage. Yeah.
I suppose.
But so a pregnant woman was injured Sunday evening after being struck by a vehicle that rolled down a driveway in Darlington. So so she's just, let's say, out for a walk.
I picture this thing moving. Like if it's like, haven't you ever seen those videos of
steep drive, maybe,
of like guys left a truck in reverse or neutral, and all of a sudden they can't catch it when they run to get back in the door.
Right.
It's true.
Like at a boat landing.
Yeah.
Those are classics.
Those
I've
are
never done it there.
Those
thank
are
goodness.
classics. Yeah.
I have never done it there.
That's like my worst fear.
I can't remember if it's a Wisconsin story, but not too long ago there was a video of like a news reporter getting set up for a shot.
Yes,
at a boat landing or something. And there was the boat and the truck. The whole thing slides into the lake.
I just love that.
Loses the whole thing. Brand new truck
too.
in there, and the guys are just
too.
looking around going like this, and the news reporters eventually turns around like,
And there was his new story.
I didn't have to do a thing.
There's always one guy too that's like dragging on the door, trying his hardest to get in,
Yeah.
and he's not gonna make
If
it.
you had a camera at a boat landing, 24/7, 365, the that happens at a boat, I keep saying the S word in this. The stuff that happens at a boat landing has got to be so classic.
Yeah, you could make a lot of videos, just pile them together on that compilations.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. Well, we wish her the best.
Yeah, did receive some serious injuries.
Sad though.
And we're laughing.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
But
should have read the whole thing.
Baby okay?
current condition is unknown. But so hopefully everything turns out for the best. But yeah, hit by a car rolling down the driveway.
Well, let's go to better things happening in Wisconsin.
Yeah, what do we got?
Is there some events going on?
Well, there's a couple. This one might cheer you up a little bit. Brick World.
Yeah, what is that?
Brick World, Milwaukee. Brick World is, I guess, a registered trademark of Lego. So it's a big Lego
Here, I
thing.
thought it was a
Brick World
Freemason
was a trade-
convention.
What's that?
I thought it was a Freemason convention.
Freemason, not basing.
Right.
No. But this
I didn't know Brick World was a trademark of Lego.
Yeah. So thousands of hobbyists of all ages will enjoy Lego and Duplo stations and everything. It's at the Wisconsin State Fair Park. So it's
Is Duplo owned by Lego? Are those the big Legos
they must
for
be.
little kids?
Yeah.
Were you guys Lego fans? Play with them
I
growing up?
loved Legos.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was more of a Duplo fan, honestly.
I've never even.
You couldn't handle.
I've never even
No,
heard of
no.
Duplo.
Duplo are the bigger. I thought those were just the
They're
bigger
not.
ones.
No, they're probably. They're probably. That size. They're bigger for sure.
Yeah.
But
We always played with Kinects. Remember those?
You're a rich kid.
Apparently.
I had a lot of Legos and loved them.
Yeah.
But so yeah, big Lego show.
Are
going down.
Legos like getting a? I know Legos never died, but there's a TV show about Lego building.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying they never lost. Like Legos have always been pretty
know.
popular.
Yeah.
But there's currently like a national TV show about Lego building.
Yep.
I just noticed the Three Lakes Library started a Lego club.
Oh yeah. Well,
It's like making a big.
Well, that's what I'm
resurgence.
wondering. Is there a comeback or like a resurgence in Legos again? Or
I thought you were quoting The Sandlot. Legends never die.
no.
Legos never die.
So the Milwaukee Expo features 20 displays, including the Harry Potter experience. So a giant amusement park made with Legos, a motorized version of Miller Park.
That's cool.
Yep.
Not American Family Field.
No. Oh yeah, it does say.
All right.
Oh,
no, it's
does
even
it say
better.
Miller?
That's
Oh, they
even
went old
better.
school.
It does say
They did
that's-
last year's stadium.
A motorized
Commend
version
them
of
for
local landmark Miller Park. So
Sweet.
I hope that they build it and the roof opens and closes.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I.
That would be insane. That'd be super cool.
So there's that, and then we're getting closer to Halloween season, so we're starting to creep up on those events. And in Cedarburg this weekend is the Scary Bloody Mary Walk.
That's
Does
kinda
that mean
cool.
the Bloody Mary is nasty? Like I'm scared of that. Or
I think you dress up in Halloween costumes and go around to businesses and get drunk on Bloody Marys.
Okay.
We've had the Bloody Mary. We've had the Bloody Mary discussion before, haven't we?
Yeah.
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 So that's what's going on. Those couple things. Yeah, there's gonna be more Halloween themed, scary, spooky events on the horizon. But that's what's
I
going
would
on.
assume so.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
50. We did 50 episodes. Can you believe it?
5-0.
Proud of us.
Congrats.
I wish we would have had a little more fanfare today.
I've had a lot of fun on every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks again.
Yeah.
All right.
And with that,
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Good night.
and good night.